Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Judy. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I post new videos. And you can also comment and leave me a like. I would really appreciate it. Today's video, we're going to be continuing working with the paper pumpkin kit that I got for $10.75, and it was a card kit, and I showed it in my last video, so you can go back and look at that. Had some cream colored pieces and I made a layout, and here's the envelopes, and then I made the 3 cards. You can make 9 cards with the pieces that they give you. I made 1 of each just because I can have, I could use 3, but I don't need 9. And I thought I would use the rest of these to make a layout along with the other layout that I made. There's lots of pieces, so I brought out some pictures of my flowers. I do have some purple ones in here, so I think it'll work good. Look, it snowed on my flowers, but they kept on going. Let's see, when was this? On November 1st of 23. So I want to get these in my scrapbook. I love my flowers. Oh, I see some horse pictures. And yeah, my peach tree, it didn't make it this year, darn it, but that's the way things are. So I'm going to make a collage on a white piece of cardstock with everything that's here, and then I will put the photos on somehow. I think I'm going to try to put them all on one so that they are done, and use some flip flaps for that purpose. So I'll get that all arranged, get my white cardstock out, and be right back. These are the pieces I have left, and excuse my nails, I need to redo them. I have a cut on my finger though here, and I'm trying to let it heal before I have to soak them. But anyways, sorry about that. It looks very tacky. I'm yucky, but I want to get this layout done. So real life. So I've got the 2 card bases that I cut apart, and then these are the pieces that I had left. These 2 are from another card. This is from the inside of the envelope. Okay, so I just cut apart the white part and cut off this adhesive tab. And you can do that with your envelopes, these decorated envelopes, very cool. So I have those as decorative paper. And then I have some vellum. I've got a vellum circle. And I've got a bunch of the hearts and the little labels, and a couple keys. The stamp set, of course, I can use, and then the tissue paper that came with it. So what I'm going to do is make my collage. I'm going to tear this, and I got some gold on it. It must have been either it's ink or it's gold rub and buff, I'm not sure. But we will tear some of this to put along the edge. And collage does not have to be perfect. It can be uneven, better, right? The brown is good. All right, so we'll see if that's enough. I want to do along the edges of the paper. And we'll crinkle it up just to make sure it's really bumpy and textured. And you can apply these in a lot of different ways. I don't want to use like a really wet adhesive because I don't like my paper to be warped. So I'm going to use a glue stick that I have and see if that will hold it the amount I need. So let me move one away. Put this one on my Versamat. Okay, so we'll put this over here. Let's see, we can tear it off after. So I got my glue stick, and I'm just going to place it on my paper. And of course, I'll be layering things over this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I like the wrinkles in it. So there we go. Okay. I have it over so I didn't get it where the tissue paper won't cover it. So good, good, good. All right. So that's one. So we'll let that stick. It takes just a minute for that glue stick to really adhere. And we will work on this side. I think I got all the glue stick covered. So I'll just go underneath where it isn't quite tacky again. Alright, so we're going to have paper overlapping this too. So any loose edges I will have glued down with regular glue. That way it will hold. So let's get this cut down and then I will be right back. Okay, I pulled out some stamp sets that I thought had some good images I could use. I like the dots here, and then some of the flowers are very soft. And then this one has some hash mark scribbly lines, and I love the mushrooms, and then even some of the flowers. They might be too detailed, I'm not sure. You'll have to stamp them and see. But I haven't used this stamp set yet, so I thought it'd be good. But because the mushrooms are so detailed, the flowers might not look so off. So it just depends. I don't know. Depends on the look that you're going for, right? And the ink I'm going to use is the Fresh Freesia. And the paper pumpkin comes with the Stampin' Spot. And this is the Fresh Freesia. Now I have the big pad, so I don't have to use this. I can use that as a prize at one of my retreats. And then I'm going to use Mink, which is a brownish gray from Close to My Heart. So I'm going to use these inks up. Probably take me years and years. It is what it is. Anyways, okay. So I will take the photos out. And then I can do some stamping. And then we will layer some of the papers on here. And of course, this is a stamp set that came with the kit. So I can use the images from this. And get some blocks that'll work. I like this circle element. And we'll just stamp around. A lot of it will be covered up with the paper, so it doesn't really matter. We'll see how it stamps on the tissue. Stamps good. Let's do clusters of 3. Let's see. All right. And if you go off the paper, it makes it look more natural, but of course, I can go in between these two, and that's even better. I don't know, maybe I should go off here. Look at that. Okay. And some at the top. All right. So let me get this cleaned off. And I have this old Stampin' Scrub from when I was a demonstrator many years ago. And I still use it. I've always used it, even with the stamp chamois and the other things that have come and gone. And I still use my chamois, but that is out and readily available, so that's what I'm using. I don't know what that black mark is on there. All right, so let's do some of these little lockets. When I do collages, I usually like to do some writing. I love the look of writing. Let's do some keys. So I might have to dig and find something that'll work for that. And I think I'll do some fresh Risha keys. Oh yeah. Let's see. Love is the key. Oh my gosh, that would be perfect because yes, it's a labor of love when you do flowers. Let's see. I'm gonna have to pull out a different block. There it is. You know, one thing I do like with the writing is to make sure it is reading the correct way. I don't like to go upside down or anything. It's something with the way I see it. It confuses my brain to see it going different directions, even though a lot of it does that, right? Okay, so I got my writing on there. That makes me a little happier. Let's see if anything else pops up that I can use. I want to do these hash marks. And we'll do these in lots of areas. Okay, so now I gotta make sure this is on my versamat so I have it correct. I keep re-inking with the lid. It's not working. Why am I not learning this? All right, so we got a little bit here. Let's go across the pages. All right, let's get in there. The mushrooms, I think I'm going to do in a different color. I'm not sure yet. Enjoyed the journey. That would work too. I might have to add that as one of the word labels. All right, so let's get our little dots out here. And I can do splatter too. I just got this one. I got it because I like these thin cuts of, or die cuts of the leaves. And I actually could do some of those with the paper, couldn't I? Oh, that would be cool. Ideas. But I'm trying to stick with the paper pumpkin. There's lots of different things you can do with it, though. Really, I like how that tissue paper is coming out. I love giving it some dimension with the texture and interest. All right, so what else are we gonna do? The mushrooms. Let's use toffee. Let's stamp it on some scrap paper. I could always cut it out and see what it looks like. Or I could cut it out and then put it on the layout that way too. Such a pretty image. I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't like it. It doesn't look as fine, detailed, and crisp as I thought it was going to. It might be the ink. I'm not sure. But I will have to play with this image. I'm glad I didn't stamp it directly on my layout. Next, I think I'm going to use my blending brush, or a, not a blending brush, dauber. I haven't used these in a long time, so I'm getting a new one because I don't know what color or what kind of inks that was on here. It might have been the Close to My Heart ink, or it might have been Distress Oxide. So, and we're just going to go over to highlight this. And ripping is encouraged. It adds to that look. Ripping and folding, and I'm going to put a little more glue on that if it doesn't behave. So pretty. I do like this color. Purple is one of those colors that's really hard to use, I find. There's not a lot of purple in things that I have. I like the color. Okay. It's so pretty. So we'll do this side. Okay, so I'm going to add torn edges to all my pieces so that I can have that distress collage-y look, and then I will be back. Holy smokes, I'm having hand cramps from tearing all those pieces of paper. Oh my goodness. I also added some mink cardstock scraps so that I could bring in that gray color. Now I'm going to mat the photos on white and then black. And that will really make these colors pop. The papers behind aren't really popping up. The photos are, because it has the white and the black photo mats. I'm going to leave it as it is because my feeling on the collage is that I want those papers to kind of go together in the background. I was thinking of ways how I could make them pop more, but I don't think that's what I want, right? That's how I usually scrapbook. I want everything to pop up and be distinctive. But in this, I want it to be soft and kind of sink into the background. And I think it does that. So I'm pushing past how I usually scrapbook and try this new way of doing this. So I think once I get everything down, it is going to be fine. You know, one of the ways I could do it, I could ink behind here, make it darker. You know, use some mink ink behind here to give it some definition and bring it up off of the page. And this could go here because there's not enough room. I'm going to have to move these over a little bit. You know, so I'm like, wait and see what it looks like before you think you're going to change anything. Because I think it's going to be good enough. I think it's going to be beautiful. Okay. I really, really like how it looks. So I'm going to get everything put down and then I will show you the end result. All right, the layout's done. I hope you like it. I put these down. This is on foam. I used a new, to me, font from Stampin' Up. It's called Alphabet a la Mode dies. Really like them. I love tall, skinny letters, so those are perfect. They really pop, right? I really like how the background is so soft and pretty. Really, really like all the stamping and inking. It's just totally different than the last layout I made. And who would have thought this was made from a paper pumpkin card kit? But it just goes to show you can do so many things with different products you have. Flip flap is there. And then this one and this one. Let's see, it's going to go over. So I popped this up on dimensionals, did a little journaling there. I mean, how much journaling do I need? I don't need to. I just was so happy the flowers lived after it snowed. I do need to put a little note about this. Not making it, but, and you know what? I can put a little tag right in here so no one will ever see it from the outside, or you can put it down here. Rest in peace. Little peach tree. You do it like that. Okay. Nothing else much. I used some puffy gold hearts. I really like how those look. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for sticking with me and watching this process. It was a little different than my usual, but I really like how it came out. And more photos, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 photos in this 2-page layout and in my scrapbooks. Yay. Okay, take care.